We are going to talk about two people today. One, let's say Ramesh, another one, let's say Neha, and both have joined the same company. Let's just say Airtel. And both have joined it 2 years ago. And there is a lot of difference in how much money they make every single year. And why is that happening? How can you, being in the same company, earn more? And we will talk about one core underlying basic principle that is very, very straightforward, but a lot of people miss that if they understand, they will make more money. Let's just understand one thing. Why do you make money in the market? Why does a client pay you? Why does your company pay you? And the answer is value. How much value can you create in the market? Let's just look at value in two simple terms for now. One, can you make more money than what you're being paid for? Secondly, can you save somebody else's time? Both of those things are the basic reason why would somebody pay you. Of course, there are more complexity to it, but let's just understand if you are able to understand these two things, that is how you create value. And we can see examples of this all around us. We have maids in our house that can clean, that can dust and save time for us so that we can use it for more valuable stuff that we want to accomplish in our life, or just chill out. Or let's look in the company. In the company, there are thousands and thousands of things that are happening inside depending on the size of the company. So let's just say there are sales department, there is HR department, there is talent acquisition, which comes under the HR, there is CEO, which is who is operating everyone. There is operation team who is taking care of the clients, who is taking care of the products that they are building. Then there is a developer team, there is marketing team, there are a lot of things that are happening in a big enough company at any given time. Now your position in all of those places will matter a lot. How much value can you create depends on what you do in the company. That means how much money can they make on what you do in the company, how much time are they saving depending on what you do in the company. If you start at the bottom, you can make them less money. If you are at a higher level, let's just say you are a salesperson, you are making them directly money, you will get paid more. But that doesn't just end up to the sales department. And the example that we're going to look at is something that I've shared in one of our community call that happened last week. It was awesome. I thought I would just share it with you inside of what we talk about in the community, give you a glimpse of it. And the example is actually nice. So let's just look at it. So they had about 23 salespeople in their company. Through the salespeople, they were making about 23 lakhs a month. If you think about it, it's like a 1 lakh per salesperson. But out of those 23 lakhs, 12 lakhs were generated by only two people. And it makes total sense to actually pay them more. Actually, when they got the approval from the like their managers from the CEO part, that you need to spread out, let's say 6 lakh rupees or a percentage, sales may percentage hota hai, right? Incentive mein. So if you need to give this much extra to each and every of your team member, they have allocated like 60-70% of it to that, to those two people. And it makes total sense. Why? Because yes, they should make more money because they're generating more revenue. Secondly, they will make more money if they get appreciated enough. Otherwise, they are a good asset to the company, and they'll, if you don't appreciate, they'll, you will lose it. Once they understand their value that they're generating, and salespeople specifically. Now let's just reverse engineer this, right? As an employee, what should I think? I need to make more money for my company. Simple. That's the only reason they will pay me more, right? How can I do that? Two ways. Do the things faster, do the things better. And कोडिंग में या फिर मार्केटिंग में या फिर और भी किसी भी फील्ड में तुम उठाओ, these two things are the only ways that you can make more money, not just for yourself but for your company. Okay? And how to make more money for your company? By just understanding their business, and that will help you to understand the industry itself. We need to understand this is the basic logic on how anybody would pay you. Most of the employees do not even think about this. They're like, मुझे task मिला है, मुझे task करना है, task खत्म हो गया, my work is done. They do not think why that task has been given to them. They do not think why it has happened that only this task has been given to me. Why not that? Why my other like colleague is getting this task? And the answer is not always about the number of years of experience. It's not always that.
So out of those four switches that I did in that 1 year, one of the company was run by a CEO who was 3 years younger to me, and I was just working for him, right? Of course, I had ESOPs and stuff, but the point is, I can't give you exact numbers, but let's just say he was making about 10 lakhs a month. I came in, I demanded I need like 1 lakh rupees per month as my like compensation. In the conversation, how it went is, why do you need it, right? That's the number one. Why do you deserve? Why do you think you deserve it? And these kind of conversation only happens when you show them, okay, this is something that I can do, right? So because it's a startup and I had a leverage, how I exactly did was I created this PPT before the interview. And I went for the interview. Whatever questions that they ask, right? Okay, like what did you do? How did you generate that result for your previous company? How did that happen? What are the technologies that you worked in? All those things has happened. When that ended, I said that I've created one PPT. Would you mind if I show it to you? Which will take around 5 to 10 minutes, and that will be a surprise for most of the interviews that that you will ever give. Now, I had a leverage because I have been creating this sort of PPT for my clients for a while before that, right? What I exactly made in the PPT was, I'm here to do this job that I've applied for. If I do this way, and I have experience in this, and I can make your revenue 2x in 3 months. Or that was the exact conversation that has happened while we were looking at the PPT. Now I could actually say that directly because that was the reputation that I came up with, right? Because we were you were already talking about ESOPs, partnership, a percentage, equity, all of those. That means you're genuinely asking, if I do this, can you give me this much money in 8 months down the line? And you only do this for two reasons. One, you really love the company, like you really do. You want to stay there, you want to make an effort, or purely selfish reasons, right? Either you're comfortable there, right? And you're getting good money, people are good, and it's all of like you're seeking that balance, right? That's number one reason. Because you want to stay. You shows them as an employer, I would think if okay, this person came and he wants to or she wants to take one more responsibility, that means he or she deserves more money. It's basically right. Either you're saving time for somebody or you're saving money for somebody. Those are the only two reasons they will give you money. That means you're generating much more value and you know that you're generating much more value.
So that was a part of our community call, and we share all of these examples. Last week, we talked about negotiations. How do you negotiate for a higher salary or in a promotion in your own company? Those are the things that we talk about, the tips, the tricks, and most importantly, there are other people in the community who are also aiming and doing the stuff, like hustling every day to reach that 1 lakh per month income, either through jobs, freelancing, or all the things. I have shared everything in the community. I've reached 1 lakh per month mark 6 times in my life, 4 times through switching the jobs, two freelancing businesses, and one agency that we are currently running. So I think it's seven. But we have shared everything that I know that has worked for other people. There are 4 to 5 community members who have already achieved it in last 2 to 3 months. So that's freaking awesome. If you want to join the community, the link is in the description. Fill up the form, apply. We'll talk. We'll see if you are there. You can actually make that 1 lakh per month mark. So see you inside.